Welcome to JobBridge's Japanese Language Training Center. We provide an online tutorial for people who aspires to work in Japan. Before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep you updated on our lessons to help you master Japanese language in no time.
Hello everyone, welcome back to lesson 35 and now we're at part 2. So let's get to the point. Now the first sentence pattern that we have is noun nara. Again, noun nara. Noun nara is used when a speaker takes up the topic introduced by the other person and gives some information on it. Again, when the speaker takes up the topic introduced by the other person and gives some information about it. Listen to this conversation. Onsen ni ikitai desu ka? Doko ga ii desu ka? Onsen ni ikitai desu ka? Doko ga ii desu ka? I want to visit a hot spring resort. Where would be good? Listen to the answer. Onsen nara hakuba ga ii desho? Again, onsen nara hakuba ga ii desho? If you're talking about hot springs, hakuba is good. See? Since the topic introduced by the other person is about onsen or about hot springs, and the speaker takes up that topic and gives some information about it, the speaker uses nara attached to the noun, which is the onsen or the hot springs. Therefore, we have onsen nara, and then the additional information that the speaker gave is hakuba ga ii desho, or hakuba is good. Now, another use or another sentence pattern using the conditional form of the either verb, adjectives, or nouns is interrogative verb conditional form ii desu ka? Again, interrogative verb conditional form ii desu ka? So this expression is used to ask for directions or suggestions as to the best course of action. It is used in the same way as tara ii desu ka that you learned in lesson 26. Again, another way of expressing when you want to ask for directions or suggestions as your best course of action. Example. Hon ga karitai desu ga, do sareba ii desu ka? Again. Hon ga karitai desu ka? Do sareba ii desu ka? I would like to borrow some books. What should I do? See how he uses the interrogative verb conditional form ii desu ka? So we have do sareba ii desu ka? Now, let's use the tara ii desu ka that we learned from lesson 26. Hon o karitai desu ga, doshitara ii desu ka? Again. Hon o karitai desu ka, doshitara ii desu ka? I would like to borrow some books. What should I do? See how they are or they have the same meaning, but we just use a different sentence pattern. Again, interrogative verb conditional form ii desu ka and tara ii desu ka are the same. So don't get confused when either of the two is used to you. Now, this is a bit complicated. So it's the verb or ii adjective or na adjective in their conditional form, followed by a verb dictionary form, ii adjective with the ii and the na adjective with the na, hodo, and then another sentence. Again, verb in its conditional form, ii adjective in its conditional form, and then na adjective in its conditional form, then followed by a verb in its dictionary form, an ii adjective with the ii, a na adjective with its na, and then hodo, then another sentence. Now, let me show you first the example sentences. Then I'll explain it to you. Bittorusu no ongaku wa kikeba, kikihodo, or kikuhodo suki ni narimasu. Again, Bittorusu no ongaku wa kikeba, kikuhodo suki ni narimasu. The more I listen to the music of the Beatles, the better I like it. Now here's another example. Pasokon wa sosa ga kantan nara kantan na hodo ii desu. Again, pasokon wa sosa ga kantan nara kantan na hodo ii desu. The easier of the operation, the better the computer. Can you guess what this sentence pattern is used for, or what does it mean? So, the same verb or adjective is used in front of both ba, nara, ba or nara, and hodo. Again, look, the same verb or adjective is used in front of ba or nara and hodo. See, in the first example, we use the kikeba, and then the same verb but in dictionary form, kiku hodo. The same that means to listen. Now, in the second example, we use kantan nara and then kantan na hodo, which means easy. Same verb or same adjective. It will always be like that in this sentence pattern. Now, this sentence pattern expresses that the degree described in the latter part of the sentence increases or decreases with the change of degree described in the former. Again, this sentence pattern expresses that the degree described in the latter part of the sentence increases or decreases. In the first example, the more he listens, the more he likes it. Iku hodo suki ni narimasu. And then in the second example, kantan nara hodo ii desu. The better the computer, right? With a change of the degree described in the former. So the more I listen, and then the more I listen for the first sentence, which is kikeba, and then the easier the operation. Sosa ga kantan nara. See how in the first example, the change that happens is that the more that he listens, the more that he likes it. It could also mean that the more or the less that he doesn't like it. Either. It could be an increase or a decrease. It's just that in the example or the examples that we use, we choose the positive output or the increase, and then the better that happened. Still an increase. In the second example, wherein the easier the operation, the better the computer. Okarimashita, everyone. So you use this one when you want to state that the more that you are doing something, the more that you are liking it. But remember, we use the same adjective or the same verb in front of the ba or nara, and then in the hodo. Okay, ba for the adjective, right? And the e adjective, and then the nara for the nouns and the na adjectives. Did you get that, everyone? Don't worry, you can always replay or repeat the video if there are topics that you're having a bit of a problem.
Alright, that's just it for today. See you on our next videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep you updated on our lessons so you can master Japanese language in no time.